Hi, everybody. Jen here. I've had a lot of questions about my new series, Jen's Guide to. The Magic series has been a huge hit, especially with new practitioners and folks who've always been a little curious, especially about tarot or herbs, and would like to know how to use them in beneficial ways. So here I am. I've got more and more spells ready for you. I am creating some more candles for you. But to get a good start, I suggest that you guys jump out there if you've not already and grab Jen's Guide to. Today, I'm going to go ahead and give a rundown of each one of my books. These are literally beginner books. The next set of 4 books are going to dive a little bit deeper into spiritual communications and things like that. These guides are intended for people who have never dived into magic before. Okay, so think of these as your class guide. My main focus in all of these books is to instill self-reassurance, self-strength, and to let go of the things that we have, like jealousy and prejudice. We all are magic beings. Our Creator, rather you call him God or the Creator or any other phrase or word out there. Like, I've found that every society has a higher being, and every society has a new word or a different word for that higher being. I believe that I have a higher being, and he is the guide of my soul. I don't believe that every human being has the same creator. Complicated? Yes, it is. So, in these books, these are for beginners. These do not get into religion. They do not get into who's right and who's wrong. They do not teach something that is labeled. These are Jen's guides. These are not Wiccan books. They are not Celtic books. They are not Christian books. They are non-denominational books meant for everybody. My guidebooks are for everybody. It doesn't matter what religion you were raised in. My books are for you because your magic is within you. It is within your soul. It's in your heart, and it's in your intentions. So these books are a guidebook. My first book on Jen's Guide is Guide to the Moon. In this book, we went straight into the phases of the moon. What does that phase of the moon mean for you? Did you know that the moon affects everything on our planet? Every time the moon moves and changes its phases, it affects every plant, every animal, even the earth itself, every human. That magnetic pull affects all of us. Therefore, we need to know if our moods, let me tell you, let's get personal here, guys. The full moon has always been in my life that time of the month, which was a really rough time for my ex-husbands. Yes, there's more than one of them. But yeah, trying to PMS at the same time that the full moon was wreaking havoc on my body was so hard on me. And it wasn't until I accepted and realized the fact that I needed to curb my own reactions and responses to things around me during that time of the moon. The best way to learn these things is to know and be aware of the types of effects that the moon has on you, but also to journal them. You need to track how your body reacts to the moon. And this is something that I learned as a teenager when I was learning how to kind of deal with how my body responded to the moon itself. And nobody was there to teach that to me. I had to do it myself. So that's why I wrote a book about it. So, like, it's not just for girls that are having cycles with the moon, it is for everybody, because every single one of us, our dogs, our cats, us, our fish, our frogs, the water, every single thing on this planet is affected by those moon phases. So those two books are companions. They go hand in hand, and they are super important for beginners. And then I got into the really fun stuff after we got the basics down. The Guide to the Tarot. I love tarot cards. They are all around me. As a matter of fact, I have a set right here. Pretty much any part of my existence that I'm in, I have tarot cards. I love my cards. I have made major decisions with my cards throughout my life. I probably have 7 or 8 decks that I use on a regular basis, because, like, this is an herbal deck. This deck actually is amazing for, like, health issues, because it will tell you what herb coincides with the card that you're pulling, and how this said card can, like, really guide you towards your healing, because it can tell you what herb you have connected to, and what herb might be able to help you in a ceremony or in a tea or in a bath or something that can help you with your current problem. Sorry about the dog barking. I think that the trash man is here, and Bailey is a little hypersensitive. So those are just, every deck is different. Every deck has a different theme. Every deck calls things different. And I go over that in the book, and I basically give you what the basic meaning of every single tarot card is. I also encourage you in the book to remember the future is not ever written in stone. Your future is up to you to create. Your future is yours. The cards simply tell you what may come. Okay? I use the cards a lot to help me figure out what is working for me in my life, what's working against me in my life. Sometimes it's myself, sometimes it's my scheduling, sometimes it's things totally out of my hands. But the cards aren't a view into the future. The cards are a way to use your own inner guidance to help you work through your life's problems. Because sometimes we got a train wreck going on in here, we got a train wreck going on in here, and sometimes we just need to set out those cards and see exactly where we need to focus our attention. We don't use those tarot cards to control our environment. We use them to understand it so that we know how to respond and react to it in a logical way. We all have spirit guides. The spirit guides can teach us things through our cards. Sometimes it's our own inner self that's teaching us through those cards. Sometimes we have to be careful because we could be in an area that has a spirit around us that speaks to us through those cards. There's a lot to it, but this is your beginner's guide. This is going to be a way to learn what those cards really mean. Or maybe you came across a set of tarot cards that doesn't come with a guidebook. This can match that up and go with that guidebook. There are some people that tell me, hey, I got this secondhand deck of tarot cards and it did not come with a book. Can you help me out? While yes, my book can give you meanings for each one of those cards, always beware of a secondhand deck of tarot cards. Think about that. Always beware, be aware of a second-hand deck of tarot cards. They are a magic vessel. if your grandma had her favorite deck of tarot cards, and when she died, that gift was given to you to cherish and to hold. Always know that your grandma's energy will be with those cards, and be honorable of that as you use them. They are safe to use as long as you honor your grandmother when doing so. You go, totally different scenario. You go to a secondhand store or a yard sale or an estate sale, and you come across a deck of tarot cards. They're in a really, really cool little box. Oh, well, I was going to show you a cool little box, but it's not as close as I thought it was. Oh, yes, it is. It's right here. Super cool tarot box. So you're like, I want $5 for that set of tarot cards and that really cool box. So you buy it and you take it home and you start playing around with it. You don't cleanse it, and you're like, yeah, this is so cool. And all of a sudden you start having ghostly experiences. You can't sleep. Things are coming into your dreams. It's because you bought a secondhand set of tarot cards and you had no idea who put their energy into them. So then you have to figure out how to get rid of them. Just get a hold of me and I'll help you do that. JenStories.com. Let me give you another scenario. I was in my 20s. I was still pretty young and spunky. Like, I was spunky. I was fire hair, little redhead. I'm a Scorpio. I'm almost full-blooded Scottish and Irish, and I like to tip that bottle, and boy, did I get spunky. And so my sister borrowed a set of my tarot cards, my favorite deck. It was a Native American deck, and she took them, and I knew she took them, and I asked her, I called her out. No, I didn't take them. Well, then it turned into she stole my frickin' tarot cards. She stole them without my permission. That's rude. It's rude. So I got mad and I laid a curse on those tarot cards. Oh, yes, I did. I did bad magic. And about a day later, she came over to my house and gave me my cards back, and she basically was like, here's your fucking cards back, bitch. We got over it, yeah. Her and I fought a lot and got over it, but that's kind of a lesson to learn. Don't ever buy a secondhand deck. If you are gifted a deck, that's one thing, but you don't want to go buying a secondhand deck. So that spiel is done. Jen's Guide to Tarot. All right, my fourth book, guys, is one very close to my heart. I could have turned this one into an encyclopedia, but I wanted to hit on basically the 100 most common herbs, essentially. And here it is. So we use a lot of herbs in magic, and we use a lot of cool little trinkets. This book will give you a guide to some of our most commonly used herbs, and a little bit about how to use them. The next book, I will start talking about ghostly communications, which is one of my favorites and my specials. So I'm going to tuck my little books and my spell kits back into Grandma's box of magic here and get back on the road. But yes, there's my box of magic where Grandma keeps things like spell kits and storybooks and things like that. And when I go to events and things, I try to always have my boxes of magic along with. So stay tuned to more little 15-minute videos from Jen. If you have made it all the way through my 15 minutes of chatting, I thank you so very much. It means the world to me to have you guys on here. The subscribers are going up, the views are going up. I had a couple videos that miraculously hit like tens of thousands of views. So that made me super happy. Thank you all for like hitting the like and the subscribe. I will keep making my stuff. I will keep adding on. I will keep writing books. I will keep making magic. I will keep telling you guys all my stories, and you can always keep up with me on my website, jenstories.com. And I'm going to be out there. I'm looking for vendor space now. I'm definitely going to be at Lou Bunch Day. I possibly will be at Founders Day. I'm going to work on that. And possibly doing some Northern Colorado shows too. So hope to see you guys out there. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.